Okay, I have a little something that just got really heavy on my heart and just want to talk a little bit about just how life is in general. And we're all in different seasons, married for a long time, not for a long time, teenage kids, adult kids, little kids. But we can all relate to being a wife and a husband and a mom and a dad and have kids, right? So I just watched on church. A few of the kids went on a youth trip with the church M28, my daughter Bailey. And as I was watching them talk a little bit about how the trip was, and just, she talked a couple of the other young boys, and it was really encouraging just to watch and just see how God works. But on another note, it's a hard pill to swallow because it is so much easier when you I don't even know how to say this. It's so much easier when you and your spouse is on the same path and the same journey in the household, is going to church, being involved in a church as being a husband and a wife. Watching that was, like I said, it's bittersweet because my husband is not involved in church together. I go to church once in a while, and church don't save you. It starts in our home. We know that. It starts with a relationship with Christ, with being in His Word. But it's hard and it's disappointing. But Jesus has got to have a plan. That's all what I come to say. Lord, you know better than I know. But it is just easier as we was growed up in church with my mom and my dad went to church together. It was we was all went together as a family, me, my mom and dad, my brother. So growing up in that, it's hard in the life now. As so many years passed, it wasn't like that, and then it was, and it was great. A few years that it was that way, and then just, life happens. The enemy comes in and uses family and different things to, just what he does. And no too much to him. It's our choices how we choose to act on circumstances, family, friends, marriage, all the things that we let kind of just derail us. But yeah, it is just, it just hurts my heart because, like, my kids, they're missing out on growing up how I grew up, and just having a mom and dad in church and together with them as a family. That's how God designed it. The dad, the head of the household, leading his family to Christ. It's just hard when you have one parent trying to do it all spiritually with the kids. But yeah, so just, I don't even know. I just really wanted just to talk about this. And, life is hard. Things is hard. We're all responsible for our own choices. And regardless of our seasons, our circumstances, that one parent doing it is better than none. So if that is your story right now, keep doing it, because our kids need us to keep pressing through, to hang on to Jesus, to lead them to Him as much as we can. And then just pray for our spouse that, they wake up and they find Jesus in the truth, and that they treat their family as God ordained it, to step up and be part of the family. And what is ordained by God is for families to be in church together. That unity, that relationship, and that bond that's lacking. That is just my prayer. So yeah, just a little thoughts on doing it by yourself, even when you're married, or if you ain't married and you're doing it by yourself. It is our job. If we have to do it by ourselves, let's just not leave it stagnant and not do nothing, right? Just keep going to bring our kids to Jesus as much as we can.